A lot of people have been saying that Punchline's getting all this attention because Frank broke the monitor, but I want y'all to realize it's not just because of one person. It's because of me, too. A lot of people do a lot of work on this show. Jerry, Sean, Caden, and Drew Dog. Everybody does a whole lot of work on this show, puts a lot of effort in. It's not just because of one person. I know Frank gets the guests. I know he's this big comedian and all that kind of stuff, but it's because of me, too. I need y'all to realize that. You know, we're going to look at this 20 years from now, 5,000 episodes from now, we're going to realize it was all because of me. I need y'all to realize that.
I thank you every day. Oh, well, there goes your intro for the day.
I don't think you get it.
What?
All right, can we roll the actual clip?
Yes.
What is going on? What actual clip?
Angel Reese about Caitlin Clark. I was reenacting Angel Reese.
Holy mackerel! Oh, okay.
I'll go down in history. I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that.
Okay, now I get it. I saw that. I was just mouth again. Oh, wait. Golf clap from Jeff Parles.
Shout out to Alex White for that idea.
Yeah, that was.
Alex!
It was to Alex's credit. Legitimately, as soon as we ended Sports by the Book this morning.
Oh, Alex thinks she's funny now.
She brought it up, and we're both like, that is great.
Yeah,
that is great, and it was
Okay.
great. Good execution, Ryan.
Guess who's getting a triple play, triple day with no hints? Alex White. Remember when I gave you Salvador Perez? Done.
Uh-oh.
All right. Anyway, hello, everybody. It's high noon in the desert. And if you're having lunch with Punch, I made that up. Lunch with Punch. We appreciate you watching. This is Punchlines. The punches for the jokes and the lines are for the folks who like to gamble on sports. I'm Frank Nicotero, longtime comedian, lifelong sports fan. Behind the glass, the man who apparently makes it all happen. Behind the glass, just like that awesome prize you won in that claw machine game at the arcade, Ryan B. McCormick. The B is for booked. And the reason I say that is Ryan has again booked Eddie Olczyk. Eddie Olczyk will be back on the show this Thursday to talk hockey and horses, pucks and ponies.
Yep.
Right before the Belmont, right when the Stanley Cup playoffs are starting. So Ryan, great job. And I didn't know what was going on. I wasn't aware of the injury. I saw the injuries clip. I didn't put two and two together. I was like, I always credit. Anyway, Ryan, what's up? Ryan, what do we have on today's show? We do have a pinch hitter that I'll get to in a second.
Yes. We debuted a segment last week, Top 5. It was Thursday, but this week it's going to make its home on Tuesdays. So we have a Top 5 Tuesday looking at a random
Top 5
stat
Tuesdays
across all sports. We got more posts with punchlines, looking at a bunch of stuff from Major League Baseball, NCAA baseball. So, yeah, stay tuned.
Very good. And we're going to do something new in about 1 second here. But first, on the show, I had an intro written for Matt and Everett. We have a pinch hitter. We went to the bullpen and called the crafty right-hander in from New Jersey. Ladies and gentlemen, sitting in the host of Sports by the Book, pulling double duty today, Jeff Parles is here.
I'm very happy to be here. I get since I wasn't here last week.
You were not. You were on vacation.
I get to come in. I'll be here on Thursday as well. I get double duty. It's good, Frank. I will tell you. On the flight back here,
okay,
I had some nerves.
All right,
and some nerves that I might not. Like, it might all be over for me.
Jesus.
Because when we land on my flight back here,
okay,
normal flight, didn't seem anything was off. All right.
Okay.
A little bumpy over the Rockies like it normally is. Coming from east to west. The captain, we land in Vegas. Captain comes on as we're pulling up to the gate. Attention, folks. When the fasten seatbelt sign comes on, please don't get up because the police have to come talk to a passenger.
Oh, boy.
And I'm like, all right, what did I do? Did I?
Everyone on the plane's going.
Like, what did I? What did I do?
Find in my suitcase?
Yeah, what did I? Like, it's all going through your head.
Right.
It's all over. The life's over. So it wasn't even a cop that came on. It was actually someone who worked for the airline. I'm pretty sure came on. Went about 6 rows behind me.
Okay.
Grabs the guy off. I was like, all right. Grabs the guy off the plane, and apparently the gentleman was caught vaping in the bathroom.
Can't do it.
Which
got busted.
Which, as you know, as you've flown
a lot, yeah,
so many times, you know that's an FAA violation.
Yeah.
And you imagine getting to Vegas, and apparently he was in with a group for a bachelor party too, which makes it even worse.
Oh man!
You imagine being down 15K before you even get off the plane.
Before you even
you're not even off
the land in Vegas.
I mean, you haven't even set foot in Las Vegas, and you're down 15K because you're paying a gigantic fine to the feds. It's horrible.
See that? Don't vape. And was he blatant about it? Could people smell
I don't know.
We don't know.
All I can tell you is with about 40 minutes to go in the flight, I thought it was the captain. It was just a well-dressed flight attendant. Came running down the aisle to the back of the plane.
Right.
And I'm like, what? I legitimately asked my wife, Margaret, why did the captain just run by us? Because I didn't know the guy was in a suit and tie and had the hat on. I'm like, wait a second, that's the captain. It was one of the flight attendants, and obviously in the back bathroom they either either smelled it, it set up some alarm, or he was just so drunk, which he looked drunk when we passed him.
Bachelor party. So
it's possible he just didn't even put it away.
Right.
So
what an idiot.
But not what you want, Frank.
No, you do not. All right, we got picks. What's that, Ryan?
I said I'm the captain now.
I am the captain now. Very funny. Ryan and Matt. Oh, wait. Ryan and Jeff. It says Ryan and Matt. Ryan and Jeff. Let's check out what we have deemed. It's a new feature. We're going to lead with these. Comedy clip of the night. Ryan, you found something pretty funny. Now, we've been talking about, let's talk about these real quick. All these people who have like an injury or like get knocked out in UFC, they've been making them all of a sudden on riding lawnmowers. They've been doing some pretty funny stuff. Yeah. What did you find? Explain this.
Well, so Caitlin Clark was in that battle with Kennedy Carter.
She got hip checked.
Yeah, hip checked by Kennedy Carter. So someone decided to put, I believe it's Kennedy.
No, it's Kennedy. The H is silent. I know. It's silly.
It's just spelled, that way.
You got it right.
But they decided to put them in WWE.
Okay.
So there's a quick clip of what happened. But then, Caitlin Clark.
I don't know who has the time to do this.
Yeah.
I respect you. Oh, not the ladder.
Yeah. Off the ladder.
Who knew CC was so talented?
Yeah.
I love it. She's coming off a bad game. I wonder what the over is going to be on her next game. When is the next Liberty game? Or
Fever?
Fever. This is Alex's fault. She made me think she's on the Liberty.
They only play basically every day at this point with the way that. By the way, I just went to look at this. I Googled fever like a smart person.
Right.
Getting legitimately a fever is when your body temperature is higher than
over 98.6.
Yeah. So that's good.
The South Point has Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays games, so it must be.
They play Friday.
Yeah.
Play Friday in DC.
Okay. Well, I think she comes back strong because she had a really bad game. And
DC 0-8, Frank.
Oh, wow.
Well, so it's Caitlin Clark and Kennedy Carter. So it's a battle of who's the real CC.
Oh, very good, Ryan. Look at
it. Well, the real CC, please stand up.
Please stand up. See, the intro made sense now.
It does everything. Have you seen the new Houdini video? Have you seen Eminem's?
I have seen.
I like it.
Yeah,
it's good. He sampled Abracadabra by Steve Miller.
Yeah,
and it's probably his last album, right? That's what he's kind of hinting at for My Last Trick. Yeah. He's the GOAT. I love him. All right, that clip's amazing. Great job. Punchies. I don't know if you're wrestling fans or not, but your assignment today, give us your top wrestler. My top wrestler of all time, Thunderlips. That would be Hulk Hogan from Rocky III. Fictional, but it still counts. I mean, Bruno Sammartino, originally from Pittsburgh. Kurt Angle, Olympic gold medaler, also from Pittsburgh. But give us your favorite wrestler. Go with Jimmy Superfly Snuka. I don't care.
Kurt Angle had probably the best intro music, right?
I don't remember what it was.
I got to pull it up. I think I'm thinking of the
He did a lot of low-budget movies.
Yeah.
And so did my dad. My dad, when he retired from, I don't know, whatever he did, but my dad was a jack of all trades. My dad did a lot of acting, a lot of movies. Matter of fact, he was in a movie, he had a scene with Jack Nicholson and Hoffa, Richard Gere and Mothman Prophecies, but he did a movie with Kurt Angle, and he said Kurt Angle was a nice guy.
Kurt Angle's a Pittsburgh guy, right?
Yeah, he's a Pittsburgh guy. So
yeah.
I just said that Kurt Angle was from Pittsburgh. Is this another Red Panda happening right now?
No. Well, what you call it? I had to make sure because
he is from Pittsburgh.
Because Mount Lebanon is the
Mount Lebanon is
the big suburb, right?
That's South Hills. I'm North Hills.
Okay, all right.
South Hills. That's Mount Lebo is where Mark Cuban's from.
Okay.
And the baseball player Sean Casey is from like Upper St. Clair, Mount Lebo. All right, we got a lot of comments coming in. Keith, I'm not going to jump to that yet, Keith. Reno Paul, I wanted to point out. Reno yesterday, there were 6 major league games. He gave us a pick for all 6 games. He went 5 out of 6. And the game he lost was the game I lost. We both had the Nationals. Like the Nationals at home with Mackenzie Gore. They didn't win.
Look at that. The Mets did it to you. They did their best to blow it to it. They couldn't blow it for you.
By the way, the bullpen came in. I know. We had the tying run on the Nats had the tying run on third base. Didn't happen.
You're coaching the team now.
I'm coaching the team now. It is June 4th, 2024, and it's National Hug Your Cat Day. And Sean, get ready. The only cat I want to hug is Chalky or Crash the Cat, because it's time for
That's crazy.
What? That's crazy.
Oh, there. Ann has the day off today. She's heading out of town for a few days, so we didn't have anyone doing the meow. Sean filling in, cutting the show. I always appreciate Sean. I appreciate Jerry. I appreciate Kane. I appreciate Ryan. Appreciate everybody on the show that helps make it all happen. It's not just me.
The cat looks great.
The cat is amazing. We've either named him Chalk for gambling.
I like that.
Ryan likes Crash in tribute to the golf club crashing.
Not bad. I mean, they're both good.
I don't know. So anyway, let's
good.
see here. So we're talking about That's Crazy, and we got to talk, since we're a gambling show, let's talk gambling and something that's truly crazy. So this guy used to play for the Pirates, Tucupita Marcano, who we traded to San Diego in the Adam Frazier trade, which we also got Jack Sawinski. Is that the trade? Adam Frazier, Jack Sawinski.
I'm gonna look that up to you to see how factually correct you are.
Pretty sure. I think it was for Sawinski, Marcano.
Yeah, it was Marcano. It was
Sawinski. There's a third guy in there. Right?
Some guys never pitched in the majors.
Who was it?
Mitchell Milano?
Yeah.
Milano?
Yeah. Well, we gave Adam Frazier, who everyone said someday will win a batting title. Adam Frazier, he's now with Kansas City, I think. Having a decent season. He's played with the Orioles. So anyway, Tucupita got hurt. I remember, by the way, at Dodger Stadium, I went to see the Pirates play the Dodgers. He, in the first inning, hit a shot to dead center. Might have been his first major league home run. So he's a utility guy. He was hurt last year, and apparently, to kill time, he gambled a lot on sports, and particularly baseball. Today, he was banned from baseball for life. There you go, Ryan. What do you have here?
Yeah. He, along with four other guys, were suspended. Four other guys were suspended for one single season this 1 year. And then Tucupita was
permanently ineligible.
He had placed 231 bets on Major League Baseball.
Now, everybody realize how many bets that is. And just in your mind, before Ryan reveals it, what percentage of those do you think he won? Of 231 bets?
My guess was about 30.
Right. I don't know. I think you guessed.
I
think Chris Andrews
I didn't have a guess, but if you'd made me guess, I would have said he would have been closer to 50% because wouldn't you expect him to actually know the game he's playing well?
And he was betting on the Pirates. He was injured, and I think he bet them to win. Mistake number one last year. Ryan, what percentage of those 231 bets did he win?
He won 4.3%.
It's not good.
There's no way you can be that bad.
It's not good, Frank. It's not good.
There's no way you can hit 4.3.
Meaning that of 231 bets.
23, it's like 15 bets?
10 bets. Winner of 10 bets.
That's almost impossible.
Wow, we found someone who's worse than I am.
I'm telling you what, we should all put together a list of 231 bets for the rest of the year, and there's no way you can only hit 10. No way. Did he try? It's unbelievable. So anyway, he's banned from baseball, and honestly, Tucupita, you should be banned from gambling ever because honestly, that's the worst. Now, can he play in Japan? Can he play down in
Yeah, he can play. He can't play Major League Baseball. It's the same sort of thing with Jonte Porter in the NBA. He just can't play in the other ones. There are four other guys who are also suspended for a year.
Yeah.
The one on the A's, Michael Kelly, apparently only gambled $99 too.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
And he got a year's suspension?
And a year's suspension. These whole situations make me really sad, Frank, because it's just like, especially if you're in the league, like they're ironclad.
Yeah.
Like you can't bet on the sport.
There's a sign, I believe, on the way out to every ballpark.
Yeah, you can't bet on the sport you're associated with. You just can't. Just don't do it. And by
the way, your major league career, probably 3 to 6 years. If you're okay.
Like
you can gamble when you're 29.
Like for Kelly, like he cost himself $750,000 by $99 of betting. It's just really sad.
That's almost worse than Tucupita's average.
Almost bad.
I don't know, but anyway, he's banned from baseball. So my goodness, 4%. 4%. That, you know why he's probably like humiliated that it's gotten out that he bet on baseball. I'd be more humiliated.
I think the 4% is almost worse. Yeah. Not almost. It is worse.
Because his friends are like, bro, sorry to hear about it. But 4%.
No, because at least God, we're going into depths that we probably shouldn't be. But I mean, if you want some money, all right, but 4% of bets. Like that's so bad. So bad. 4% of anything is basically
that's really bad.
Yeah.
Keith Lyle is recommending to Paul to go with the 3-dog roundy, which Paul realized. So let's see here. And Keith Lyle, if there was something fun to do in Pittsburgh, maybe their players wouldn't bet on their own team games. Ha ha ha. Have you ever been there, Keith? It's a great town.
Just sit at Permanis and have some beer and have a Roethlisberger.
Chris Lyle, I'm sure. Yeah, the Roethlisberger.
Yeah.
Keith Lyle said, Chris Andrews would love having him stop in here and making some bets. Oh, look, Paul. I don't say this slightly. I bet you saw a picture of Ryan's baby. She's beautiful. You're a lucky dude. That was very nice. And there you go. All right. Well, we appreciate you guys tuning in. All right. So there you go. That's crazy. We can close that up and just give us a meow. Meow. There you go. We got to hear it again.
That's crazy.
Well done, Sean. Today is episode 167. How many of you at Sports Hub? You're over 200.
We're in the 200s. I don't remember.
I think you're like 42 ahead of us.
What are we, 226 now, Ryan? Something like that?
Let me look.
Let's see, 33.
See, I should pay attention to my own show, right?
Right.
You just had episode 216.
216.
Okay, I knew there was a 6 involved.
So 49. You're 49 ahead shows. So okay, just say 50. That's how we'll remember. Anyway, 100 shows ago on this program, it was January 15th, and our special guest was New York Giants tight end Daniel Bellinger. So here we go. Oh, look, there's me eating a banana and a Jerome Bettis shirt. So a little intro. Those are tube TVs. Anyone knows no flat screen. Speaking of flat screens, I just busted one. Here's the clip. It's just gross.
It's just gross. For everybody at home.
I don't need to see that, Andy Reid. His commercial with the Snickers bar where the kid paints the chefs. And then Andy Reid mutters, great googly moogly. You know that's an ad from like 30 years ago, right? Did you?
The great googly moogly?
Yeah.
Isn't that in like Monsters, Inc.? Yes, it is. It's when they're in the sushi.
Well, he answered his own question.
Oh, because I had to think about it.
Your first career reception, walk us through that. I was reading about it. That's a pretty cool moment for you.
Oh, yeah. I mean, obviously coming into the game, it was like, still my second game, and coming across like that, it was so exciting just to catch the ball, but then turning and seeing a chance to go ahead and just go get the score, it was unreal. It was an unreal moment. But I'll never forget coming off the sideline and my head coach is yelling at me. He's like, "Don't reach the ball out on second down." So it was a short-lived moment for me. I was like, "Oh, okay."
Now
you got to score.
Now wait a second. I see you toss the ball up in celebration. Tell me you got that ball back.
Oh yeah. I came off the field and was like, "Oh my God, I didn't grab the ball." But then one of the equipment guys got it for me, so I got that in my office.
All right, that was a good question by Alex White, but she's dead to me now.
Jeez.
Wow.
Don't even come in tomorrow, Alex. Joking. Just still upset about that, her idea to make me look bad. Anyway, Daniel Bellinger. Obviously, Derek Waller released a music video.
Darren
Waller, sorry. Darren Waller released a music video. Apparently, he's retiring for the Giants. Have you talked to Bellinger about this at all? Texted with him or found out? Maybe he's got more playing time coming his way?
They haven't known the entire offseason what Waller was going to do, whether he's going to retire or come back and play. He still hasn't given his official word. But
he's dropping bangers.
Yeah, Dan has been preparing this whole offseason as if he's going to be the starting tight end as he should. And they did end up drafting a kid that they tight end room figured that they would just because to get some more depth and that kind of stuff. But he's very confident with this new offense that they're going to be running. The tight ends should be more involved than the last 2 years. So he's excited to get it going.
All right, well, that's good. We'll keep an eye out on Darren Waller, maybe dropping new tracks. You saw the video, right?
Oh, of course I did. How could you not? That was all Twitter was talking about for about 4 hours.
Oh, my God. It's just so bad. And just Kelsey Plum continues to look better and better in this whole thing. Parles, a question from Joey B. Parles, any updates on breakdancing lines for the Olympics?
Excuse me?
Well, because breakdancing is a trial
thing?
sport.
Is that a thing?
It is going to be a trial sport in the Olympics this year, right? Breakdancing or
Joey B has asked that in a good amount of our videos. So
I'm almost positive.
Is the duck from South Park going to be in there?
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know.
Wait, aren't the Olympics like in 2 months?
The Olympics are in 6 weeks.
Oh my God! Why? I honestly, I feel bad I feel dumb for saying this, but I feel like there hasn't been enough ads for that yet. I mean,
you haven't watched NBC enough, my friend.
I know NBC. They have had like Simone Biles.
Well, actually, no. Well, the Belmont's on Fox now, but for the first 2 legs of the Triple Crown, it felt like every commercial in the middle of the Kentucky Derby and the Preakness were related on 2024 Paris.
I guess, but I feel like I guess they'll really hit us hard come June.
Well, here's the big thing, Frank. Are you ready to talk soccer next week? See, I knew it.
For what?
I knew it.
German soccer?
The European Championships begin next week.
Liverpool all the way.
Well,
Wrexham.
That's two.
Ryan
That's good. That's two teams.
Well, I watched that show, Wrexham. I watched the
That's
Ryan
good.
Reynolds.
That's good. Two teams you got.
Rob McElhenney
No,
show.
it's the country team. It's the national team.
Oh, so England versus
Yeah,
Scotland.
it's in Germany. So we get some fun names there. You get to say Dusseldorf often.
and
I mean,
Strudel.
and Gelsenkirchen.
I am half German. My mom's
Yeah.
probably watching. Giesinger is my mom's
So
name.
breakdancing is in the Olympics.
I thought so. Yeah.
Is it a trial sport or is it an
think
actual sport?
It's called breaking, and it is going to be an actual sport in this year's Olympics. They debuted it in the Summer Youth Olympics in 2018.
What is the scoring for this?
Based on the success that it had in Argentina,
stay on
it
the
was added
cardboard.
to Paris. I'm not sure how the scoring works.
And what is it called? It's called breaking?
Breaking.
They should have it break in. Right, and
Oh, the
apostrophe.
logo's amazing.
No G.
No G.
The logo for this is amazing, Frank.
Should turn your
It is. Look at that. It is
like some yeah
like an old vinyl disc.
yeah and some
With
like
with
Vans.
2 feet, with shoes.
Artistic resident.
It's
yeah.
very artistic. My description was awful,
It was
but it was very
terrible.
good.
But anyway, I don't know, Joey B. Jeff will come up with.
I
Some
have no
lines for
idea. I got to see how this is scored.
that. It's gonna
But
be
I will
insane.
say though, if this is based off judges, you are not able to bet on judged events in the Olympics in Nevada.
Oh
Yeah.
no, we can bet on like basketball.
Like basketball, baseball, yeah, sure.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Yeah,
First time.
but not
Yeah, judge. That makes
judges stuff. No, you can't do judging stuff that's judged.
sense. Interesting. All right. Well, we'll talk.
You can't have can't have a Salt Lake City French judge situation on your hands here, Frank.
the which one?
Remember the in 2002 Olympics?
Oh, yes, of course.
The big
Yes.
figure skating
Yes, I did.
controversy.
Figure skating. I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Paul. He was at the tight end camp all the pros go to. Oh, did he go to Kittle's camp?
Well, so
Bellinger?
yeah, he's been there the last few years.
Oh, wow.
Tight end U hasn't been
Tight end U.
hasn't started this year yet. So I believe it's this coming month.
Yeah, I think it's later in June.
Yeah. But he will
all
be
right.
in that.
And
He trains
yeah,
with
Paul
Kittle,
will
so.
be watching Livy Dunn for weeks. What? I've been doing that for months. Anyway, well, because she's always at the Pirate games now. All right, let's see. Where are we here? Do you want to do the new segment?
Sure.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, so it's Tuesday.
So what am I doing?
It's good. It's good. This Tuesday, we're going to ask you because I know the answers.
Well, do you want to let's intro it with what we're basing it off of?
Sure, go for it.
So yesterday we talked about Aaron Judge and his stats in May. We feel like we'd bring it up again.
Since DiMaggio hadn't
today.
had that many extra base hits, not even Mantle for the
So
Yankees.
in May, Aaron Judge had 14 home runs, a 1.415 OPS. The next best was a 1.061. He had a .928 slugging.
Yeah, insane stats.
Averaged 100 miles per hour exit velocity. Yeah, so he had an insanely good month.
Good series against the Giants over the weekend.
So for today's Top 5 Tuesday, we wanted to look at the most homers hit by a Major League Baseball player in a single month.
Do you remember this? Because I remember this.
So I have to. So am I the one
He
guessing
almost
here?
said the name just right there.
Am I? No, I trust me. I know where I went
Yeah.
right away. Now I was young when this happened.
Yeah.
So we're going to 1998,
Yes.
where that was the summer that saved baseball,
It really
according
did.
to
The
some.
home run race.
So Sammy Sosa has to be on here.
Yes, he is. Sammy Sosa, I believe, is the number one. Is
Right.
the top 5.
But
yeah, it is
figuring
Sosa.
Yeah.
So Sosa's number one, right?
Sosa has, yes, the most homers in a single month with
And
20.
was it?
And that was August of 98 or
It was
July
It
of
was in the
98?
summer.
June of
June.
90.
It was June 98. Okay.
Do you
Because
know how many he hit in 1 month?
he hit like 21 or something
it was
insane
20.
like that,
He
right?
He hit 20 in 27 games.
That's nuts. Steroids are obviously in play.
Well, also
there
there was a bad incident.
yeah. Well, so Sosa's number one. That's
Yeah.
the most ever.
Sosa is number 1. He's also tied with number 4.
Okay, so
He's twice.
let's just be logical here.
Okay.
I'll then guess McGuire,
No.
who amazingly, even though he hit 70 that year, is not. Remember, he had more than Sosa in 98.
Right. I'm going to give you more than McGuire, you mean.
Well, so-
or
McGuire had more than Sosa.
That's Sosa, yeah, right.
Yeah.
McGuire had hit 16 in 2 separate months, once in May of 98 and once in July of 99.
But that's not good for top 5.
That is
16 in
not
a
good
month.
enough.
Now, and
Interesting.
there's a Yankee on there that you've never heard of.
I've never heard of
Probably not. I know this was because when we talked about this, I remembered this
a
guy's name.
Yankee. I've never heard of. That seems interesting. What are we going way back in the time machine on this one?
His last name is a month of the year.
Okay. All right, you got me there.
That just happened.
What are you? What are you?
Rudy May.
Rudy
What?
May?
No.
Is it Rudy May on that list?
No, it's Rudy York.
Did he do it in the month of May?
It's now York.
Okay, hold on. It's a Yankee you've never heard of, Rudy York.
Hey, I don't. What, how long time? How
Should
long
we just
ago
put
is
the
that?
list
Yeah.
up?
No,
we
no,
can-
don't put the list.
You don't want the list? All right, look
Not
away.
yet. So,
Look away.
so
Don't
all right,
look at the
I'll keep my
camera.
I'll keep
I
my
wanna
head.
look at it.
I'll keep my head to the
Rudy
side.
May was a player when I was a kid. Rudy York is not. So go ahead, throw it up, Sean. If
No,
you can't, please.
wait.
We're waiting?
All right, fine. Bonds is on the list though.
Bonds is
Yeah.
on the list. He
Yeah.
is also tied for 4th.
Okay.
How many?
So, well, Frank gave away one of the guys tied for 2nd place. If you can guess the other 2nd place, we'll throw it up.
It's Rudy York, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
tied for 2nd.
Right, exactly. I gave it to
So
no
I'm
one's
just
ever
trying. I'm just trying to think of guys who hit who
went on
Get-
tears.
who've gotten the high 50s. So did Judge do it when he hit his 60? Was he on that list from 2
No,
years ago or no?
No.
No, correct?
No.
No, he was just super consistent the whole year and
Correct.
hit 14, 15 basically every single month. All right, so now the interesting ones now because Giancarlo Stanton is the one that comes to my brain next.
There you go.
Because Giancarlo hit 59 in Miami, and I
Yep.
think he had an 18 homer month in that
There
right?
it is. Very
He did?
good, Jeff.
Okay.
You want to say which month it was?
Bravo.
I
always think
it was,
summer.
it was later in the year, wasn't it? I think it was August, right?
It was August,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
August of 2017.
Give that one
Yeah.
up.
We
That's
had no
Ty
doubt now, Sean.
Wigington.
Yeah,
quality
no,
right there.
I knew Giancarlo.
Oh, there's the list.
Okay, so the other ones, Willie Mays, Albert Bell.
Albert Bell.
Very nice. Rudy York is
Rudy York
ridiculous.
twice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who the hell's Rudy York? I'm
well-
a baseball historian in a lot of. I don't know who Rudy York
So
is.
Rudy York did it. He hit his 18 homers in August of 1937,
Jeez.
and then he hit his 17 homers in August of 1943.
I mean, honestly, I never really. I remember seeing this list before years ago. I knew Sosa was one when he set the record, and I remember just going Rudy York. And then when I looked at it again, I called him Rudy May.
No, everyone else, and Rudy York's the only one that was like, that's interesting. Everyone else makes sense. I mean,
Albert
Bell was a bomber when he played. Mays, the other guy, Mays, Bonds, and Ruth are 3 of the 4 most ever.
It's pretty amazing.
Or 3 of the 5 most ever now. But still, I mean, it all checks out. Man, Sammy.
By the way, I noticed you didn't
Sam-
use a current picture of Sammy Sosa.
Yeah, I was gonna.
You want to be able to recognize
Well,
him
those are actually pictures from the year that they
from
did
the
it.
year they did it. Bonds' head, not incredibly large.
Yeah.
It's bigger than it was with Pittsburgh. And Albert Bell. And there's good old Rudy York in black and white.
Rudy May wasn't Rudy May a pitcher?
Though? Yeah, there was a pitcher named Rudy May.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
okay. But
That's why,
but that makes no sense.
And
Why
I want
Rudy
to say
May
he was a left-hander. I remember a Rudy May baseball card.
Okay, let's see. Rudy May pitched
All right,
for.
while he's looking that up.
I got it real quick.
Okay.
Rudy May pitched
Montreal.
he pitched 1 year in 65 and then was hurt for a few years, and then 69 through 83.
Yeah, I had his
California Angels, Yankees, Orioles, Expos, Yankees.
There you go. I had an Expos card.
Yeah,
with Rudy
led
May.
led the AL and ERA in 1980.
There you go.
There you
I
go.
remember Rudy May. Was a lefty?
Lefty.
Yeah, I remember that card. That's why I was reading. See, once in a while, some stuff shakes loose in my head.
Before we move on to what you got, we've got a super chat from B Marte.
Nice.
Giving us $10, asking the question:
What?
Is Miami going to sign Tua to an extension when he only beat one winning team and
Right.
plays bad against winning teams?
They have to.
All right. Well, first off, what's going on with Tua's hair? Did you see that?
Yeah, he's unrecognizable.
Yeah. What's going on
If
with
you
that?
see him lately, you wouldn't recognize
No,
him.
I looked at it like that's not Tua.
That's not Tua. Exactly.
Are you talking about his braids?
No, he doesn't even. He's just has long hair.
Oh,
Yeah, it does. It's
Let
like
everything go.
it's not quite Burrow turning into Hayden Christensen, but it's pretty
You
close.
don't recognize him. Yeah.
But it's interesting because this kind of the same deal like Dak Prescott, right? Like Dak's up for you.
he looks like
you
a high
just-
schooler.
yeah.
Yeah, he
Put
does.
Can you put it up?
If you
show?
can put it up, that would be awesome. But the Dolphins are kind of in a no man's land with Tua. Like you kind of have to give him the contract, but do you really want to give that guy that much, especially with the injury history that he
There's
has?
a picture.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he looks like. Actually, in all honesty, he looks like someone who works at Macy's with the
I was
Macy's
gonna
logo
say, it's a
in the
nice shirt.
background.
That's a nice shirt. I wonder where he got it.
Yeah, I mean, but it's a
Good-looking guy.
total no man's land situation for the
I think
Dolphins.
they have to sign him. They have to.
I think you're probably
Well,
right.
with how much money they just gave their top 2 receivers,
Yeah.
how are they going to go
We're
pay
gonna
him?
go
now?
out and We're gonna bring Ryan Tannehill
Ryan, is the Chiefs have perfected the system of being
Yeah.
able to circumvent the cap without circumventing the cap.
Sure.
If that makes sense to
true.
everyone out there.
Yeah. And speaking of football, because Christian McCaffrey just signed a 2-year extension.
Yeah.
And the way they play,
actually, it was a pretty reasonable deal for how good McCaffrey is.
I know, but he's getting close to that threshold of the age for running backs. But he seems special. Luis Gonzalez did not make that list. Craig Parles chimed in. May pitch for a lot of teams, junk ball lefty. So yeah, there you go.
You're right on it. There you go.
Yeah, me and your dad both remembered. Parles versus Macy's versus Tua is what Joey B said.
That doesn't even make sense.
Exactly, Joey B. Rudy May, Rudy York, whatever works. 220, 221, whatever it takes. And stay on the cardboard. Joey heard that equals 5 points. See, I just threw that in there. He's paying attention. What did Andy Martello say? Andy Martello jumped in on something earlier.
Something about bowling, right?
Yeah. No, he had said the guy must not have had a good interpreter.
Yeah, Marcano. Yeah, exactly. That's where he got away. All right, speaking of gambling, like we always do, we have some sheets here, and it's this really cool NBA Finals combined with the NHL. So Chris just brought this into us, this sheet. Did you talk about this on Sports by the Book?
We did, because it came out in the middle of us talking to Steve Jones earlier in the day, which if you missed the interview, check it out on the South Point Studio YouTube page, because you have your own YouTube page now.
Our own page.
So
there it is.
But there's the sheet. If you can decipher that at home, good job.
All right. So
but right now,
what's cool? Yeah, break it down. What's really cool? I think these exact are.
So right now, you're
result.
it's basically a parlay between who's going to win both the NBA and the NBA Finals and the Stanley Cup Final. Oilers and Mavs 5-1, Mavs and Panthers 4-1, Celtics and Oilers 2-1, Celtics and Panthers plus 155. I like the chalk, personally speaking. As Chris, the three of us were talking before the show, Chris Andrews, I think that the Panthers are more trustworthy as a favorite than Boston is as a favorite against Dallas.
Probably.
But I still think Boston is the better team and will win that series.
I want to root for the Mavs. So
I have no look.
Yeah.
I would.
I am rooting for
You can do it with the money. You can find a way with the money to do this correctly. Take the plus 155, take the 4-1 on Dallas. You can still work yourself a profit doing it correctly with the size of the bets.
And Boston -6 this Thursday at home, 214.5 is the total. Ryan, you've been looking at those totals a lot in the NBA in the conference finals and doing well on those. 214.5, does that seem about right? We haven't really checked. We'll talk about that more on Thursday.
I mean, we saw how good the Mavericks offense can be, and we know the Celtics had the best offense during the regular season.
Right.
But
the Mavericks are playing defense now too.
Right. They've been playing really good defense as of late. The Celtics, as we know, can play really good defense.
Yeah.
They're going to get Kristaps Porzingis back, so I don't know. They probably have it right here.
Yeah, 214. I don't know. I want the Oilers and Mavericks. I don't know why. Maybe I should have made floor.
Dogs, let's do it. Frankie Underdogs is back.
Frankie Dogs. Interesting stuff here. Stanley Cup Finals start
5-1
on Saturday.
Also, Chris told me at the beginning of the show, Conn Smythe numbers and NBA Final MVP numbers are up as well.
Matthew Tkachuk.
Got those here.
8-1. 5-1.
Bing, bing.
5-1.
For Tkachuk.
Right.
What's Bobrovsky?
He is 9-2.
Yeah, I think that's probably your bet. But Bob has been great for the most part this postseason. I think if they're going to win the cup, it's because he has an outstanding.
David plus 220 though. That's
extreme favorite.
I'd almost I mean, look, that's one of those though. But here's the thing: Hyman has had a huge postseason. Draisaitl's still capable of having a huge series. Evan Bouchard, as Ryan said before, the Stanley Cup of the Evans. We're finally going to have Evan.
We'll get to that in a bit. Yeah.
Sorry. Well, I guess that was pre-show. Teasing something.
Maybe we should sound the horn now. Let's just sound the horn.
Sound it. Let's go.
Do it. Sound the horn. Hit that P button, Sean. All right, it's Post with Punchlines, our favorite time of the show. So we're gonna.
I should keep track of what happens before the show and what happens during the show, Frank.
What do you mean? What?
Well, I think I spoiled one of the posts.
No, that's all right. That happens all the time. I do it all the time. Ryan always puts together a nice package. Why you give me the look that makes me laugh? Caden, what's with your hair, by the way? What's sticking up on the side there? The other side. There we go.
He fell asleep in the middle of the show. That's the only explanation for that.
Golden PP.
All right, here we go. Post the punchlines. What are we starting off with, buddy?
16, Sean. Jeff just mentioned it. The Stanley Cup Final has a matchup: Edmonton Oilers, Florida Panthers. The Oilers have Evan Bouchard. The Panthers have Evan Rodriguez. And a first name that has never been etched into the Stanley Cup is Evan.
This
And
is so weird.
That's so bizarre today. We've been playing for this cup for over 100 years.
Again.
How has there never been a player that's won a cup that's named Evan? It's not even an odd name. That's the weird part about it.
It is and it isn't a weird name. Like, I don't personally know an Evan. I don't think. Do you know an Evan?
At least 5.
How many? What's your over-under on Evans?
A half.
I don't know any Evans.
I
I mean,
don't know.
I feel like, yes, it's a common name, but I'm not.
I don't know. Maybe northern New Jersey is a haven of Evans. I don't know.
Possibly be.
It's more than possible that that's the case.
There was a singing duo, Evan and Jaron, that had a hit. I can hear it, and they're friends with Denny Nagel. So I went out and partied with them one night, and ended up back at Jaron. And Jaron, the girlfriend he was dating, left her to go with Nick Swisher, and she married Nick Swisher. Denny told me about this when we were talking about trying to get Nick Swisher on the show. So that's the only Evan I kind of know, but I don't know any Evans. But anyway, it's amazing that there's no Evan on the cup, but there will be this year.
Yeah, guaranteed to have one this year. So
that's something to follow right there. That is unbelievable. That's the stuff we kind of find on these posts and punchlines. All right, what do you got next?
pick your Evan to root for.
Wait, hold on 1 second. Wait 1 second. 2 seconds. One. Sound it.
Punchline picks at 12:36.
All right, it's Punchline Picks at 12:36. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to remind you, please watch the show. If you're watching it on the South Point Studios, you can go over to our Punchlines channel, which is also on YouTube. So go over to Punchlines FN. All the links are in the description below. Oh, I got it again 2 days in a row. So please head on over there and subscribe there. You got to resubscribe to us. We want to punch up the numbers on there too. We appreciate you doing that. So, all right, so picks at 12:36. Ryan, Jeff, who wants to start with one?
McCormick, you want it first?
Go for it, Parles.
Oh, that's always good. That's always good. We're trying to just deflect. I will take the Chicago Sky and Angel Reese plus the points tonight against the Liberty. There's a little bit of a concern with this because this is the first time the Sky will have played since all of the nonsense that occurred on Saturday in Indianapolis.
Okay.
And the discourse on all sports media that really, in all honesty, a lot of sports media has completely lost their minds.
I know.
To put it nicely, I hold my thoughts back because I don't want to get anyone in trouble, especially myself. But the Sky beat the Liberty 14 days ago in Brooklyn.
Okay.
They went to Brooklyn and pulled a big upset. I think they can keep this game within 8.5, so we'll take the points. With the Chicago Sky tonight against New York, they're at Wintrust Arena in Chicago.
He's the only person who knows every
It's where
arena.
DePaul plays.
Oh, I now see. Now, when I was a kid,
They used to play
Dallas
up.
Comedies. I mean, I watched guys. Russ Meyer.
Ray Meyer.
Ray Meyer.
Ray Meyer.
And then his son, Joey Meyer.
Yeah,
was the
correct.
coach too.
Yeah, that's the new arena though. They didn't play that.
Wind Trust.
Yeah.
Only Jeff knows every arena. All right. What do you got first, Ryan?
I will be going with Louis Gill and the New York Yankees.
Okay, he's been awesome. He's the leader for the American League
I
Rookie of the
see.
Year right now.
Ryan listened to Sports by the Book this morning because
Uh-oh.
this was a lean this morning for me.
So it is pretty heavy chalk.
It's 185.
Minus 185. So I will take the run line price, getting plus 110 there. I do think the Yankees will be able to handle the Twins in Yankee Stadium pretty well.
Now, this guy came out of nowhere right now to fill out. He's really basically taking the Garrett Cole role for Garrett Cole while he's hurt. Is he 7-1?
Yes.
7-1. He's unbelievable. And I want to know.
Sub 2 ERA as well.
Yeah, he's been phenomenal. So you're going that now. The Cubs, are the Cubs still minus 320? I mean, it's Cubs Sox, right? You got the Battle of Chicago going on.
Yeah. Imanaga's on the mound for the Cubbies. Yes, it does look like it's 320.
Minus 290 behind us now.
290. Okay, behind us here at the South Point.
Shift.
So I have two teams that I follow
Over
on the
9.5.
Score app. They highlight them yellow every game. It's the Pirates and the Dodgers. So the Pirates are playing, hosting the Dodgers in LA. Nope, let's try it again. Pirates are hosting the Dodgers in Pittsburgh at PNC Park. And it's ex-Pirate Tyler Glasnow, who the Pirates gave up on, of course, early, made one of the worst trades in baseball history.
Oh, the Chris Archer trade?
Chris Archer.
Yeah, that was not good.
Tyler Glasnow. They gave him Austin Matthews. And then just for fun, they threw in Shane Baz, who was our number one pick. Actually, in retrospect now, not as bad as, because Austin
The
Meadows.
trade was awful.
Yeah, it was awful.
The trade was awful.
But Austin Meadows is out of baseball. He has some anxiety issues. It's kind of sad. His brother still plays for the Tigers. Shane Baz, who was a number one pick, who could throw heat, and he's had Tommy John, and he hasn't been healthy. But Glasnow, they gave him away. They gave up on him. As soon as he gets to Tampa Bay, they let him throw the ball as fast as he wants. So I'm looking, and of course, Jared Jones, who Alex and I, my former friend Alex White and I, we used to be
Former friend Alex
White after today. Jared Jones strikeouts we've been on all year. Now he's over 5.5. His strikeouts are 5.5. Now he's playing a Dodger team that has MVPs and future Hall of Famers in it.
All over the lineup.
Glass now 7.5 against the Pirates, who are they're either 29th or 30th in striking out at the plate. Andy Haynes, the hitting coach, who's horrible, who Milwaukee gave up on, so the Pirates went, hey, we'll take him. Always wants him to look at pitches. I think Glasnow comes back to Pittsburgh. This pains me to say, but I would go Glasnow over strikeout 7.5. He's going to have a little extra juice wanting to go against his extra team. I never bet against the Pirates. I still want the Pirates to win the game. They're home dogs, plus 165. I'm going to stay away from Jared Jones because he's facing the best lineup he's faced in the major leagues. Now, he had a terrible outing last week in Detroit. Yeah. He's not going to do 2 in a row. But can he strike out 6 Dodgers? I don't know. They're really good. Yeah. So should I bet on my guy, Jared Jones? I want to, but I'm going to go with Tyler Glasnow over 7.5 because the Pirates just strike out a lot.
Yeah, I would be more comfortable in the Pirates or in Glasnow's case. The Pirate, as you said, the Pirates
just strike out a lot. They look at a lot of pitches.
Have the 4th most strikeouts in Major League Baseball.
There you go. They used to be 2nd or 3rd, so they're 4th. They still look at way too many pitches.
And then the Dodgers are right in the middle of the pack, 14th highest total in the league.
I mean, this is going to be the series of the year for the Pirates so far. I mean, tomorrow we got Skeens.
Well, I mean, as Mookie said, the playing against the Dodgers is everyone else's World Series.
It is, man. They're the empire right now that have all the money. They're the evil empire like the Yankees. So, but I am a Dodger fan too. But I'm Pirates through and through. So, go with Glasnow over. That's my Frankie Fungo pick. That's your picks at 12:36. All right, back to the post there, Ryan. What do we got?
Just a quick mention. Keith Lyle does like the Royals plus 110 a day and the Brewers plus 145.
I like those Royals. Dodgers play bad versus Pittsburgh at PNC.
What was the second one?
Brewers.
Milwaukee against Philly. Okay.
Yeah. So both plus prices. He said he liked plus prices when he came on the show.
The Royals this year have been sneaky good.
And then Sean also.
I don't think it's sneaky anymore.
Sneaky.
No.
Yeah, with Bobby Witt Jr.
Cleveland and Kansas City have two of the 4 best records in the American League, as we all expected going into the year.
Seth Lugo. I mean, this guy.
Yeah. So, well, of course, former Met. What do you expect?
And then we also have lines set on the Parles versus Nicotero Sports Jeopardy. Set by Joey B.
Okay, all right. How bad are these lines?
Nicotero is a minus 125 favorite, and I'm not sure why it's such a big jump.
Yeah,
for
just
Parles.
plus 225.
Yeah.
All right, line up, bet on me.
Joey B.
Even if I lose, it's a great bet. I can one of these Vegas books please hire Joey B to run their sports book? Please, someone not here.
Wow, he's gonna do
not
great
here. Like someone at MGM right now. Please watch this show. Find Joey B out of Colorado and hire Joey B to run MGM sports books or across the country so we can all be rich on the numbers he puts.
By the way, Joey B, you will be making breaking lines for us. You will be making official breakdance lines. It's Joey B.
You don't actually please.
B is for breaking.
Go for it.
Joey
please.
B's doing breakdance.
Someone please hire Joey B.
All right,
it'd be the greatest thing to happen in American sports betting history.
To compete on Marcano, 5% with the Joey B lines.
Okay, so moving to college baseball.
Hot time of year.
The final remaining 16 teams, super regionals. But first, looking at something that happened over the weekend. Georgia played Georgia Tech to win their regional.
Oh, the Bulldogs, right? Yeah.
Down in the championship game, Georgia has Trey Phillips at the plate, who ends up hitting a home run. So we'll show you that clip and then his celebration after the fact.
By the way, he absolutely crushed that ball. I think it went 440. They say it in the clip. Big dog Selly. Okay, so this is where it gets good.
Put a mask on him.
Puts a mask.
Starts crawling.
And he's very excited. He's got to pee.
And has to.
He pulled an Elijah Moore.
Yeah, mark his territory.
Yes.
He pulled an Elijah Moore.
But he marked his own...
dugout?
Dugout. Usually you should do that on the enemies, but you can't go over
Well,
there.
they were down at that point. They were still down a run.
Okay. But they came back and won.
They ended up winning that game in extra innings,
Yeah, they won the regional.
Bulldog. By the way, it's so good. College baseball. It's so good. Super regionals. Everything's so confusing.
Yeah.
Just let me know when they're in Omaha.
I'd argue it's even more confusing once it gets to Omaha.
I know because then because they call it game 11.
Because then it's double elimination. Yeah,
game 15. It's so. There's got to be a better way to do it.
Ball 6. Yeah, there you go.
I enjoy watching it.
Yeah.
They do that's the Texas A&M thing, right?
Yeah.
All right, go for it.
I like that one a lot.
I do too.
So talking about still college baseball, looking at the committee placing SEC teams and ACC teams regionals.
Right.
So placed all 5 ACC regionals, had an SEC team as their second seed, or in the region at least. So NC State, UNC, Florida State, Virginia, and Clemson went a combined 15-1 in their regionals, and the SEC went 23-13. So trying to compare saying the SEC has the best baseball in the country, the ACC stood on business and advanced.
Well, so if I have this right, Ryan, 16 teams go to the Supers.
Yes.
And it's 10 are between the SEC and the ACC.
Right now, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's, I'm no mathematician. That's more than half of the 16 are in the ACC and the SEC, where, again, Pac-12 kind of going out with a whimper here in baseball after historically being an amazing baseball product. Yeah. But the best baseball teams, not a shock with the weather and how big of an advantage it is to be able to have real home games in February and March.
Well, the California teams used to do.
Exactly. That's why the Pac-12 kind of like flaming out here is a little bit disappointing.
By the way, your dad sticking up for his son. He's like, wait, are those lines for Pittsburgh Sports Jeopardy? So there you go. That's true. Joey B says no Pittsburgh or New York sports questions allowed.
All right, then you know what? Now hold on a second, Joey. This is
and Paul's emptying his bank account.
They're going to be their
Frank.
own category. They're their own.
Yeah,
Jeopardy
they are.
line.
Paul's emptying his bank account on Frank.
You know,
Charles is a sports encyclopedia.
I can't believe that I'm getting disrespected.
We're both
like this.
really good. Let's make even money for both.
You and I would actually be a pretty fair thing.
We'd be a good team to go on a show.
So actually, in all honesty, they're doing this new pop culture Jeopardy, right?
I did not.
Did you see this?
No.
It's teams of 3.
Oh God.
It's getting streamed on Amazon. But the tryouts are going on right now.
I don't know if I'd be eligible. I know like 3 guys that work on the show.
Oh, well, that's a shame. I was thinking you, me, and Ryan would be a really good team. You could get us on.
It's 24. I mean,
we need the youth.
Well, that's true.
We need the youth.
He could. That's right. He'd know all the.
I mean, I don't want. Look, Caden's too young. I mean, that's for sure. But 24, I think, is ripe enough to be on the team.
I did memorize the sports almanac growing up.
Okay, so now
moving on.
Now going to Major League Baseball. You talked
Pittsburgh.
about you talking about the Dodgers Pirates.
Who we got from the Dodgers for Tony Watson. We robbed them. We did. We robbed them.
Okay, so
I'm a Pirate.
Over the weekend, Oneil Cruz wore some pretty sweet cleats.
Jerry will like these.
Some Donkey Kong.
There you go.
Cleats. Nice. So Donkey Kong Super Smash Bros. With the banana and Kong on the side. And then all the characters to select on the inside of the shoe, and then his initials OC in the Donkey Kong font on the toes, and then the colors are pretty.
You know, I might look at an Oneil Cruz home run this
after that
in the next 3 games.
I probably wouldn't do it against Glass now.
Against what?
Glass now.
Yeah, but the speed coming in.
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know.
Yeah.
He's a former. He was in the Dodger minor league system.
Yeah.
And a lot of interest. I'm so excited. This is like the game of the day, Dodgers Pirates. Very exciting. All right. Very cool shoes, though. What would you get on your custom cleats? Jerry, you'd get Sonic the Hedgehog. Ryan, what would you get?
Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park.
Wow, that's a great question.
Yeah,
I've never really thought of that. You know what? I have to get back to you because now I got to have the.
Yeah, I came up with the bridges of Pittsburgh. Something Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
the 3 rivers.
Yours is Ginger Dead Man.
Ginger
maybe
Ginger Dead Man 2.
I don't know. Maybe a face of Joey B after we take all of his money. I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe
Joey B and Tommy on there, Reno Paul on there. We'll put all the punchies on our shoes. That's my shoe.
Yeah,
faces of all of them. Moving on.
Okay. So this clip has gotten popular over the weekend because it was posted more recently, but it's a game that happened last season.
Right. So it's not old. It's an old clip, but it's a newly posted.
New social post. So in Houston, this guy caught a grand slam on Memorial Day.
Look at this.
So here, just quick video.
And he's shooting it.
Well, his wife is. He told
my wife not to
record it. Yeah, and he told her no, it's bad luck.
Bam.
And the ball goes right to him anyway.
Unbelievable.
And he immediately gives it to the kid sitting behind him, who I guess had talked about catching a home run, wanting to catch a home run earlier in the game. So he immediately turns around and gives it to him. He posted more videos like about the story of this. The Astros team management ended up coming over, giving them like a whole tour of the facilities.
Nice. That's awesome.
An Altuve jersey, because it was Altuve who hit.
And part of the tour, they like show them the garbage cans they were banging on. It's really nice.
Exactly.
And the wire that Altuve wore is there.
Yeah.
They're like, this is the wire he wore. So nice of Houston to do that. But that is a great clip.
Yeah.
I mean, the odds of catching a grand slam ball while recording.
Right.
That's like Tucupita Marcano probably would bet against that. And then it hit. So maybe Joey B was
Tupacito's alias. You never know.
By the way, I've never sat like this on the show with my hands like this.
I think you look great.
One of your
it's one of my photos.
Outside,
it might be my photo outside.
In this jacket. There's just something about that jacket that makes you pose like that.
Now, I would go in and bring that sign in, but I'm sure as I would bring it in, I'd hit a monitor and break it. All right. This is my jacket. Okay. Anyway, moving on.
Okay. So we just showed you a video of something going over the outfield wall. We're about to show you another one
this
going over
is my
the
favorite
outfield
clip.
wall.
This is the
Adam
best.
Duvall playing a little game with some fans in the outfield who had set up a tower of beer cans.
And they like road trip to Atlanta. This was like their one time in Atlanta, these guys. And they set up it.
So this is going to give you a couple different angles.
Bam. Yeah. Yeah. Look at that. He nailed it.
Down at Duvall. Yeah.
Goosh.
Right in the middle of the cans.
He wins a big stuffed bear for that at some carnivals, doesn't he? Bam. I mean, nailed it right in the middle.
Yeah.
Nah, perfect throw.
Perfect throw by Adam Duvall.
Yeah.
Very entertaining clip. I mean, these guys, people in the outfield, it's great. They have fun with these. You know, I like with these clips when like they ask him a question, like put your right hand up or left hand up if you like, you know, whatever you like. Yeah, a lot of fun in the outfield.
Yeah.
I haven't sat in the outfield in a while.
A lot of good chirping.
The outfield at the ballpark here, those seats in right field, those are my favorite seats that I've sat in. So
they're really nice.
Unbelievable.
Especially once the sun goes down.
Yes.
That's when we were all out
That's
there.
where we sat and had some beers and Caden was there. Yeah, we had a good time.
Yeah, great view over there.
Yeah, that ballpark's
really
amazing.
Yeah, great view anywhere in that ballpark.
Anywhere.
Okay, so speaking of the ballpark, Andy Martello is the MC over there.
Yes, he is.
He's also talked a good amount about Malort and cicadas when he's been a guest
now,
on the
Malort,
show.
is it a bourbon? Again, I can't. Do you know what it is?
I don't know what it technically is, but it's the worst
Keith
taste.
Lyle, let us know what Malort is, please.
Technically,
it's some sort of liqueur from Chicago.
It's Jepson's Malort is what it is exactly. What are we even calling this?
I don't know.
Here you go. It is a polarizing bitter liqueur. Polarizing.
You love it or hate it.
What a great description
there
of that.
So, with the 13 and 17 year cicadas coming out this year, a good amount of people in the Midwest are putting cicadas in the Malort.
Damn.
Somehow made the Malort worse.
So they filled the bottle with cicadas and Malort.
The cicadas are dead or alive?
They are dead. Well, I'm assuming they're not.
I would hope they are.
Or they're drunk off their ass.
Yeah. So they filter out the cicadas and then proceed to pour shots and use the cicadas as a garnish.
They put like one in a shot. Oh my god.
Yep.
Why?
So these two end up cheersing and eating the cicada at the same time and don't really have much of a reaction as if they've done it before.
They've done it a million times.
Well, I mean, look, I guess any way to watch the White Sox, you just got to do it, right?
There you go, Jeff. By the way, the White Sox hat she was wearing, I had as a kid. I loved that old.
It's great. I think you should go back to
that one. Such a cool hat. Like back then I would wear any hat. Now I try to stay a little, but I love that White Sox hat. Lamar Hoyt days and Ron Kittle days. I had that hat. Tony La Russa. But anyway, that's gross. And you're right. Totally unfazed. And as Jeff hysterically pointed out, anything to get through a White Sox game. Yeah. I can't do that.
By the way, Malort translates to moth herb.
Oh, God.
There you go.
That's what it translates to. The Swedish word for wormwood. Great. Great.
I'll take two. Wow, that's disgusting. All right, what do you got next, buddy?
Well, first we got Joey B in the comments asking a beer snake question. If myself, Parles, and Nicotero started a beer snake, how long would it take to go from the bottom to the top of the right field bleacher seats at the Las Vegas ballpark?
That would be a long day. Because I like the beer snake. They're famous for doing it in Wrigley.
Oh boy, I mean, we would have to do the
999 challenge.
The 999 challenge twice, which would make it an 18-18-18.
Yeah,
which means at least one of us is not getting home that night.
Right, exactly.
I don't want that many hot dogs.
I don't.
No, I know.
The hot dogs is the tough part.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm with you on that, right?
I have done 9 beers at a Pirate game, no problem. Three Rivers Stadium, especially back in the day. But 9 hot dogs, I can't do it. I think I could do 1, maybe 2. That's it. Of 9, I can't do 9. Reno Paul ate 9 Ghirardelli chocolates.
You could do that. Why not?
I could do that.
That's the high end one.
And it on the caramel.
You do that. You do that at Oracle Park. They have
That's where he did it in San Francisco, which
that's
is
Oracle. Yeah. Yep.
Still Pac Bell to me.
Yeah. That should be.
That should be. Or how about Candlestick? All right. What's next?
So former Las Vegas Raiders head coach John Gruden,
Mr. Gruden, Chucky,
is now doing cameos.
Oh,
yeah. By the way, Frank Nicotero also does cameos. I'm like cheap as I did one for Sean for Christmas. Didn't charge him. Again, showing what a good guy
what
I
a saint!
am.
What a saint!
What a saint I am. Well, going back to Alex and the thing they concocted at the beginning of the show. Yeah. So he's doing cameos.
Yeah. So these guys
Needs the cash flow. What's he charge? Let's see.
I now I'm interested. Actually,
Yeah, I think it's like $100, maybe $40. I don't know.
Let's see.
Okay, so these guys needed to decide their fantasy draft order
Okay.
and decided to pay Gruden to decide the
genius.
order for them based on their. Well, I think they gave it up to him to decide the order, and so he
Okay.
decided to go with the manliest names would be first.
Oh,
to
this is
last.
such Gruden.
Holy crap. By the way, he's
It's only $99.
$99.
You should ask him to record an open for the show.
we got-
Petty
okay.
cash.
Petty cash, Vinny! Chris!
Well,
All
I'm
right,
sure
go
now
for
he
it.
could come in here.
Roll the clip.
Yeah,
sorry.
we can do it.
The third pick in this draft, which is a hell of a name. It's a man's name. It's a man's man name, but I'm going with Bob.
Bob?
And I just can't get that movie. What about Bob?
Bob is the
Where
third
that
manliest name in
one
this.
guy's just driving Dreyfus freaking nuts. That's probably you, Bob. You're probably driving the rest of these guys nuts. So all weekend, I want you to refer to Bob as what about who? What about Bob?
What was number 1? Damn.
I think the number 1 name was Pete, and he went off on a tangent about Pete Rose. And then, I
No, that
think,
checks
2
out.
guys suspended
It
from the
checks
sport
out.
for life. Yeah, right.
and then I think the number 2 pick was a guy named Jim.
And number 4, a lot of people know, Tucapita. Tucapita's very manly name, but bad at gambling.
Wait, Tucapito.
What's that?
Tucapito.
Tucapito, yeah, not Oz female.
Yeah.
Tucapita's his sister.
Yeah. Okay.
We have to do something. We're gonna do a fantasy football, which, by the way,
We are.
we have to. Well, we have to. I want everyone to know I'm coming out of retirement for this because I retired from fantasy football because it monopolized my life too much.
Yeah. Well, look.
Now it's my job. So, yeah.
I've been threatening to quit my leagues for years, but if we guess we're doing one here, I guess we got to.
have to. We have to do.
Should we do another? Should we do another on-air auction like the other one that lasted 17 hours?
Got a lot of views. We got to look at it that way.
On-air fantasy draft?
I don't know. That would be long.
It would be.
We need the board. We need all sorts of things.
Well, I mean, we could do it on the computer.
Well, it
We'll-
wouldn't be
we'll
an
do it.
auction draft at least.
No, not auction draft.
Give everyone
that would
15
be-
seconds.
We're doing a snake draft. No way.
Brutal.
We're doing it, and we'll do one for the fans too. So, all right, next up.
So our final post is someone that most likely will not be
Will not
drafted
be a fantasy-
in any fantasy leagues.
Ryan, nice segue, my man.
At OTAs in Jacksonville,
Very good.
Mac Jones decided that he's going to adopt the backup quarterback goofball role, and this was him going through a drill.
Big Mac attack. And I mentioned these clever titles. Oh, look at him.
And then does a little dance.
Now,
That might be the most likable thing Mac Jones has ever
absolutely.
done.
That's the most personality he's ever shown.
Yeah.
I don't know. I agree with you. I mean, does Trevor Lawrence start every game?
Yes. Oh, well, barring
As long
injury.
No,
as
not
he's-
barring.
yes.
Yeah,
As
of
long
course
as
he's
he's
a
healthy,
starter.
yeah.
But no quarterback makes it through the whole
All right,
season
you know what?
anymore.
Maybe Mac Jones starts two games, but I have a hard time envisioning Mac Jones being as awful as he was in New England the last 2 years. He was, other than Zach, if Zach Wilson didn't exist, it would have been all Mac Jones is the worst quarterback in the NFL.
I don't know, Mac Jones. That was a
Bench
good
for
class.
Bailey
That was-
Zappi.
Bailey, yeah,
Bench for Bailey Zappi twice.
not once, but twice. I think that's it, right?
Well,
what do you got?
Jeff asked for this one earlier.
Yes,
Oh.
yes.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Yes, I always ask for any Big Red content that there possibly is.
Is it the Hilltoppers?
This is
right?
the
Western Kentucky,
Hilltoppers,
yeah.
Western Kentucky.
Ralph Willard's coach there before Pitt.
Big Red is the best mascot in the history of college athletics. And here he is today, a new mascot, a new logo of Big Red taking it hard to the rack.
Now, Is McDonald's aware of this? Because that's basically,
so it does look It
it's
does look
Grimace.
like Grimace.
It's a red Grimace.
It does look like Grimace. He's got a little different qualities of Grimace. This guy's got the WKU on his chest. He also is wearing shoes, which I don't think Grimace wears shoes.
Right, everyone knows Grimace doesn't wear shoes.
I don't think Grimace wears shoes
or pants. Winnie the Pooh in it.
But it's just look. I love Big Red.
Yeah,
not as much as I like elephants, though, Ryan. So there you go.
Did we ever get to the bottom of why he sent us the elephant
turtles.
picture? I like Jeff on vacation sent a picture.
I sent a picture of the main hall at the Natural History Museum, and I should have just honestly just sent you the Tyrannosaurus Rex and just said, Frank, you killed your audience.
There you go.
Yeah,
and Ryan would have enjoyed that one
because he likes dinosaurs.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for pinch hitting. That was a home run of a show, Matt and Everett. We hope you feel better. Alex White. Is she here tomorrow?
She'll be on the game.
Are you going to allow it
on the show tomorrow.
I mean, have fun tomorrow, you guys. You and Alex. Alex and Ryan show tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow. And, of course, we want to also plug on Thursday. Eddie Olczyk will be back on the show, who was so good. And we showed a clip. We had that clip of him with the Stanley Cup feeding oats to the Derby winner. The name slips my mind. But he will be back to talk horses and hockey, pucks and ponies on Thursday. Very excited for that.
Preview the Stanley Cup and preview the Belmont.
It's perfect. The last leg of the Triple Crown. And another great show. That was a lot of fun. Ryan. Hey, Ryan, great job, man.
Thanks.
Just want to thank you for always doing a great job. Caden, special person, man. Great job. That clip. And Sean, amazing. I said the F word. Sean, great job.
You should have. That was a great way to end it.
I almost said the F word. And get some rest. And Jerry, as always, our MVP. He's like a utility guy. He fills every chair. He can do anything.
Before we head out,
yes,
I would be, my family would be very upset if I didn't mention this. So today is June 4th.
Yes.
It would have been my pop's 79th birthday. We lost him last year. So in his spirit, I'm wearing the Sundance the Steakhouse, the restaurant that he founded in Palo Alto, California, near the campus of Stanford. So in his spirit, for the Fletcher family, Galen, Aaron, Sonia, Megan, Emily, my Nana, I love you guys. And
very nice.
We miss him.
Very nice, Ryan. What a way to end the show. Very nice thought. We appreciate you guys all watching. Remember, you can go over to the Punchlines page on our YouTube page. Descriptions are in the link below. Links are in the description below. You get it. Lines. You know what it stands for, ladies and gentlemen? Live in Nevada, every show.